Welcome everyone to episode 33.
We lost count.
We did? No, I think it's 33. Of Ultimate Gamer Podcast. That asshole that's on the other line is Andy.
Yep.
At this point, what names, just name some of your favorite names that people have given you.
To be honest, I had a list somewhere, but I seem to have forgotten. Either way, I am a heathen. I'm going to die and burn in hell. And I am apparently out of beer.
That's not good. That's not
Nope.
good.
No, it is not.
And you want to tax churches.
Yes, but we'll leave that for a political podcast at some point.
Oh, we'll call it the PP, political podcast.
Sure. Yeah, nothing but a torrent of piss.
Yeah, there we go. Well, we have an interesting news week, ranging from GamesCom to rumored release days of next-gen consoles to...
Which we won't know because, ladies and gentlemen, by the time you hear this, we'll already be getting news about the release of PlayStation 4.
You bet your ass I'm going to upload this show tonight now.
Yep.
Well, tomorrow is Gamescom, but we're going to start off...
Gamescom! Sorry.
Okay.
Nerded a bit.
Okay. We're going to start off with Kinect. Now, Kinect is that, device that no one fucking wants, but Microsoft insists that you're going to get anyway. It was for a while that you had to have the thing plugged in order to operate the Xbox One, or they never really explained what would happen if you unplugged it.
It's supposed to be some next level controller interface that allows you to speak to it at any time, etc., etc. I'm sorry, but yeah, a camera that's connected to a device that's connected to the internet and turned on 24 hours a day. Trust me, in my living room, you don't want to see what happens.
Okay. Does this involve beer at all?
No.
No?
I'm a gentleman. It involves gin. Lots of gin.
Okay. Well, people have been pissed off about it being bundled, being $100 more.
Which, if you think about it, was the only way that Microsoft was actually going to get that into people's houses.
True, because only 1/3 of Xbox 360 owners actually bought the Kinect. And I'm part of the 1/3 because I have a Kinect.
Pretty much, yeah.
Do I use it? No, I don't. I don't even use my Xbox 360 either. But that's besides the point. But yes, that is true. Bundling it is the only way you're going to get it into people's doors. However, up until last week, it was required that you had to have it plugged in order to use the damn thing. Now Microsoft turns around and says, well, maybe you don't need to have that hooked up. So
Here comes the plethora and torrent of self-important geeks and dimwits who think, oh my god, Microsoft listened to me. No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. Because remember, Xbox One was my idea.
Oh, here we go again.
Well, okay, look. If anyone has seen the video clip I made, Microsoft back in the day, because everyone hated Vista, apparently, and yes, I still love Vista, Microsoft came up with an ad campaign called Windows 7 was my idea. And they would just have a random, thing, you'll have, a father with two fucking screaming-ass girls saying, I want more control. I told Microsoft, Huh? No, I want more control, and he says they listened, So I changed it around a bit. I took a clip from Blackbuster Critic, and, he said, you need to make it not required for Kinect. And,
then he need to make it not suck.
Yes. Through the wonders of editing and the fact that I was bored, I created that little ad, and some people think it's funny. But yeah, Xbox One was everyone's idea. At this point, the only remaining thing that Microsoft has to do to please everybody is drop it by $100 and take the Kinect out of the box.
Yeah.
which
Unfortunately, if we
will
already
not
saw
happen.
unboxing,
Yeah, well,
it's the first damn thing there.
I love that. I watched that. I was just like, he is trying to sell it hard, but I just can't I can't help but laugh when he's unboxing. He's like,
You can suck a dick only so hard
oh
before you
yeah.
just.
He's like, no, we're not gonna just show you the box. We're gonna open it up right now.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Now look, it's a beautiful box. It's all black. And what's the first thing you see when you open it? That piece of shit thing that you don't want. No, we didn't put it at the bottom of the box, folks. You have to touch it at some point owning an Xbox One.
Xbox game on the bottom, crap on top.
Exactly. But we all know that 90% or whatever of people are just going to leave it in the box.
Yeah.
Look, here's the other thing with Microsoft, and this is how they fucked up. They didn't show off anything that really makes you want to connect. Like, at least I'll give Sony... No, look at it this way. At least I'll give Sony credit. They had this whole demonstration showing off the whole controller and, like, tilt sensors in it, and they were showing off what the new camera can do. So they're showing off all this augmentation stuff where you're playing with these little, like, robots or something. So at least, they actually are bundling that. So the software is on the console. So if you ever do manage to buy the new PlayStation Eye camera, you get to play with this little, like, demonstration thing. Microsoft didn't have any of that. You're bundling the fucking thing with every system, but yet they don't have any software on the console that lets you play with it. You know what I mean? It was like, like Nintendo. When Nintendo released the 3DS, they had the AR games, so you had the little cards that you put on the table, and then you'd play like a shooting game and stuff.
That was kind of interesting concept-wise, but it didn't really grab my attention.
Oh, no, I only played it like 2 or 3 times, and I never touched it ever again. But you know what? It actually showed you a concept that was interesting, but, just really didn't take off. At least they tried. Microsoft, on the other hand... at least bundle a fucking Kinect game in the box to go along with that accessory that no one wants. I mean, you're giving it to me anyway. You might as well give me something to use it with. And that's the problem. Microsoft just doesn't get it. But they got it to the point where consumers are still pissed, which obviously means the sales are still shit.
Yeah.
As much as they want you to believe that they're selling out left and right and that they had to cancel sales,
it clearly means that they're trying to push as much product out the door so they don't look like a bunch of, hornless narwhals.
Which they already are. You backtrack on almost every fucking thing that you announced day one about the Xbox One. You backtrack on almost everything. So where's your integrity? It's nowhere.
No, it's not even integrity. Microsoft now is basically that unsure little girl who definitely wants to get it and will do anything to grab anyone's attention in order to, quote, get it.
You mean they're a whore?
Yeah, sure, why not? I was going to go with slut, but if they do it for money, yes, they do it for money. There you go.
I mean, you say jump Microsoft, they say how high. Please give me money. But I actually said this in one of my latest videos. Sony is doing everything right by staying the fuck quiet.
That's true.
If you think about it, like, Microsoft's doing such a great job selling PS4s. You're like, yeah, we'll give you a million reasons not to buy our shit. But now, there was a few things before we get on to Gamescom. There was actually, I was listening to a few other shows and conversations that people had. One thing that Adam Sessler stated, and he was talking about...
God, I love that guy.
Oh, yeah, he is awesome. We talk with sentences is his tagline, and I actually like that. He brought up a good point that this next console launch is going to be launching with Call of Duty. Now, we're not debating if Call of Duty's cool or not.
It's not.
But if you factor in that it is one of the most sought after games, it is at this point that every fucking game they release manages to outsell the previous. The train has not stopped yet, which surprises me. Black Ops 2 sold more than Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 sold more than Modern Warfare 2. and so on and so forth. This is the first time that we've had a game that is as popular as Call of Duty, that has an annual release, that has multiplayer, releasing with the next-gen consoles. So, one of the factors is, what are your friends playing? You know, right now, if you want to play Black Ops 2 with me, you're going to have to buy a Wii U. You're going to have to play me on a Wii U. So, next generation with a console, if your friends are all buying Xbox Ones because they're retarded dumb shits, you're going to have to become a dumb, retarded dumb shit and join their stupid-ass decision if you want to play with them. So now, at this point, Call of Duty, are your friends steering towards a PS4? Is that going to make you buy a PS4 because your friends are buying it? Because you want to play Call of Duty with them? So it was actually a very interesting thing that Sessler brought up, and I never actually thought of it that way up until he mentioned it. But it is definitely something interesting to see, because a lot of people have jumped ship. A lot of people said, fuck Microsoft, I'm not going to be part of this train wreck. I'm just going to go with the PS4, which seems to be doing the right thing. Out of the gate, Sony has done nothing but the correct thing. Yeah. And it's going to be interesting if Call of Duty is only going to fuel the fire that is PlayStation 4's dominance, which I do believe will kick the shit out of the Xbox One for the next few years.
Well, it remains to be seen. Maybe this might just be, if we're lucky enough, the generation where people have switched over to a more powerful, well-balanced, better platform.
You mean PCs?
Maybe.
which is actually funny. One of the news articles yesterday on, I think it was Destructoid.
Are you talking about the dev kits for PS4 equal PC?
No. I'm talking about that they actually had an article stating that the next Call of Duty Ghost is going to have higher resolutions on PC, higher resolution textures. And I had to be that guy that wrote it in the comments. I'm like, and this is news? I mean, I have to, every episode I have to say, my graphics card is three times more powerful than the PS4's graphics card.
Yep.
And you're going to tell me it's not going to look better on my rig? Get the fuck out of here. So it was just funny how they're bringing up news like this. I mean, launch titles for consoles always look shittier than the later releases because they're still trying to see what they can get away with. PCs have been around for a very fucking long time, and since they don't have a generation, they're basically ever-evolving pieces of hardware. They always set the bar further than what the cards can actually handle, because at some point, your card is going to be able to handle it. I mean, remember Half-Life 2? People went out, bought brand new graphics cards just to play that game. So it's just funny that, someone had to actually spend, a half hour to an hour of their day to write an article about how the Call of Duty Ghost is going to have higher resolutions, texture-wise, and everything. It's like, that's not news.
I got nothing to add.
So yeah, I'm also curious another way. Before we get to Gamescom, with the launch of the PS4 and Xbox One, there was one mistake Nintendo did a year ago. A year ago, we were having the
only one.
Hold on, hey, we're starting with the first mistake. All right, the first mistake was people were claiming that the Wii U was sold out. But yet, the day after release, you could walk into any fucking store and pick up a deluxe edition.
That's true.
I mean, that was
kind of a douche move, but yeah.
Everyone was like, people were. I literally had the opportunity to sell my Wii U pre-order to somebody for $800. Why I didn't do it is beyond me. But I have that same opportunity with the PS4 to sell it for $1,000. So now, should I do it is beyond me, but I don't know. I think I'm going to keep it.
Should you? Yes. Will you? No. No, you won't.
But now I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what? I should have sold my Wii U for the $800
Womp
because that's the most it will ever be worth.
At least you're able to admit it, yes.
Well, hey, I beat Pikmin 3 in less than a week, so.
And not a single shit was given.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't worth $60. Let's just put it that way.
God.
It looked pretty. I'm telling you that it looked really pretty.
I continued to say that not a single shit was given.
Okay. Now Gamescom. Now we're finally moving on. Gamescom is starting tomorrow. Today's date is August 19th, and is currently
2013.
Is currently 7:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're gonna make our predictions for both Microsoft and Sony. Now we'll start off with Microsoft because they love to be first.
Like Mario.
Mario always goes first.
Oh, God. Anyway.
At least that still gives you a chuckle.
Yes, it does. But then again, I'm a pervert, a deviant, and a horrible human being in general.
I don't know. I really don't know what Microsoft's going to announce. I mean, it just seems now you really can't predict anything because
the thing that I know
they're backtracking and everything.
The rest of the, 15 some odd new IPs that they were talking about, I'd like to see a collective list of everything we're supposed to expect with the new generation.
That's true. They did make very outlandish announcements at the pre-E3. They said, yeah, we're going to show off, 15 exclusives. We were all counting
15 exclusives and 8 new IPs.
Yeah,
8.
We didn't see that.
Nope.
We saw rehash after. It's going to be on PC too, guys.
Unless we see a conglomerated list of what we're supposed to expect.
Funny. One of the arguments that someone has made in favor of the Xbox One is Titanfall. They're like, look, why are you getting a PS4? Titanfall's not on it. I'm like, but Titanfall's on my fucking PC, dumbass.
Okay, let me be probably the only one who's going to say this out loud. Titanfall is just a reskin of Halo 4. And I didn't play Halo 4. I've seen people play Halo 4.
I have Halo 4. You want to borrow it?
No, I don't have a system, dude.
No, Halo 4 is shit.
Titanfall is basically Halo 4 with a new skin. Why? Because they're not looking to make a new game. They're looking to put a new IP on a platform that sells. What sells to 12-year-old cunts who like to shoot shit and feel great about themselves. What doesn't sell anymore? Halo. Why? Because they're putting their money on making Halo more of an entertainment service rather than a
live-action television show.
Which I'm still interested to see. I mean, I am a Spielberg fan, and he usually gets involved in some really cool shit, but I don't know.
But this is the same guy who got involved in, was it Indiana Jones 4?
You shut your whore mouth, man. No such thing as Indiana 4.
Hey, did you hear there's going to be Indiana Jones 5? And he agreed to do it. If I was Harrison Ford, I would just say no. No!
The thing is that what they're going to do is that they're going to put Shia LaBeouf in there. If they do, I'm going to have to go to somebody's house and shoot them.
Please don't shoot me. That's all I have to say to that. You could kill somebody.
Speaking of guns, funny story. Somebody actually came out with a, you can buy this online, a hand grip for a Beretta that is Halo themed.
Okay.
UCF Nate's Halo Beretta M9A1 Custom. By the way, M9A1. Brilliant pistol. But anyway, that's not the point. Point is that for $120, you can get a grip that has the UNSC insignia, and on the opposite side has a glow-in-the-dark blue circle. I'm not a gun nut, but even I think that looks kind of pretty.
Link in the description below.
Yeah.
And local podcast group endorsed the killings of people with Halo 4.
If anything, we'd be heroes on Fox News.
Apparently.
Standing up for America.
I love what you said last episode. You're like, there's only 3 letters I need to know, and that's U, Ash, and A.
And then people ask why our school system sucks.
Yeah, pretty much. So, So with Microsoft, you really want to see the full list, which I have
Yeah.
to say that definitely flew under everyone's radar because I haven't. You're the first one to mention.
Because
that.
if I'm going to make a ridiculous investment for a haphazard, half-ass system at this point, because they're just cutting shit up in order just to get it out the door. So what you're looking at now is no longer the filet mignon that everyone thought Xbox One was going to be. We're looking at spam. We're looking at a heaving, stinking pile of spam. Something that is stale and has been chopped up. Everything has been taken out just to make sure that it offends no one.
Yep.
I would have respected Microsoft more if they stayed being the evil empire and just released it the way they wanted to release it.
True. That goes back to integrity.
Fuck integrity. This is business, son of a you bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Businesses. Oh, you're not buying it.
Businessman.
We'll get down on our knees if you just buy it.
But anyway, that's just me. When it comes down to it, I want to see why I should invest in their system. Why should I invest and buy their welfare PC compared to Sony's welfare PC?
True.
I mean, Sony hasn't given me a whole bunch of stuff, but the stuff that they have given me is attention grabbing.
Well, some of it, which a little side rant. They talk about Gaikai and they're talking about how
God.
we're gonna bring backwards compatibility with it. Well, now here, what form of backwards compatibility, Sony? Are we talking the hey, we're gonna re-release all your fucking games on the PSN store and you have to buy them, or are you gonna be able to just pop the disc in? The PS4 is gonna be like, well, hey, this is Kingdom Hearts for the PS2. Gaikai, send me that game. Is that gonna be the way it works, or are we gonna be fucked over like we did with the PS2 backwards compatibility? That's a bone I have to pick with Sony. I want to hear more about this damn Gaikai backwards compatibility because they're like, we could stream every PlayStation game ever made directly to your console through the cloud. It's like, yes, but I don't want to have to repurchase my shit to do that.
That's great. How much is that going to cost me, the consumer, in actuality?
Exactly.
Taking into account how much I have to pay for online service, how much I have to pay for the machine, how much I have to pay for the backwards compatibility. Is it going to be an extra price? Is it going to be a program?
Look, the backwards compatibility, heck, you can make that a PlayStation Plus requirement. I will be okay with that, but I better be able to pop any fucking disc into my PS4 and have that count as my purchase towards the backwards compatibility.
Exactly.
You know, there's no excuse. They can do it. You know, every disc is serialized. They can fucking do it. You know, so that was a side rant. It's over now, Andy. We can relax.
Okay.
So Microsoft, really, I have no fucking clue what they're gonna do. I mean, are they gonna just come out on stage and just kiss some ass? Probably.
Ridge Racer.
We are announcing that we purchased Sony, and to kill competition, we're shutting them down. I mean, the only other thing they could do to make it worse is say, hey, well, we're going to include Vista with every Xbox One purchase.
Oh, shit. You guys don't seem to understand how important this is. Jack here is a Vista slut.
Yes.
For him to make a crack at Vista, damn.
Hey, don't make me release the unreleased videos I have about Vista. I actually went ahead, installed Vista on my current rig.
Why?
I had to do it, and I was just like, wow, it's so fucking fast. It's running on a solid state.
Shut up! Why?
A $1,000 graphics card is powering Vista. You know,
I had hiring John Woo choreography and Steven Spielberg to do, I don't know, a day in the life of Tony McGinty. What the fuck, man?
It was fun.
Oh God, that's like putting Mr. T in a Ferrari. And I don't mean like cool Mr. T. I mean current day old Mr. T in a Ferrari.
I pay the.
Oh, that's my lung, fool.
Yeah, I had to do it, but I guess we should move on to Sony. What they will be announcing is the exact launch date. Actually, okay, Microsoft's going to do the same fucking thing too tomorrow.
Everybody's going to be saying
they
something.
Both of them might go more over the user interface a bit, like explain what the features are. Like, Nintendo did it. I have to say Nintendo did a better job than Sony and Microsoft has done so far, because we really don't know much about the user interfaces. More so Sony than Microsoft. Microsoft, it's kind of a rehash of the current Xbox 360 dashboard. But, Sony hasn't really disclosed a lot. Like, they've shown only a few screenshots. They never really showed how it works.
You know what would be incredible?
What?
Something completely out of left field.
Like Sony bundling a game with every console?
No.
No.
Release date.
Release date? Yeah.
Tomorrow.
No, Sega did that.
And?
They fucked that up royally.
It doesn't matter. Anyone. Right now, we are at a standstill. We are basically dead in the water when it comes to both systems. Because it doesn't matter what system you choose, you're going to be fucked some way or other. So really now it comes down to which one is going to be easier to buy. Everyone's been calculating and saying that most likely the release of the PS4 is going to be in October, right?
Yes.
And the usual release dates are actually usually November, correct?
Yes.
Just to give it enough time for the Black Fridays, for the early shoppers, and then for the Christmas shoppers. Blow everything out of the water by going on sale the next day. What happens to the market if Microsoft goes on sale 2 days from now in every store? And we still have to wait 2, 3, 4 months until we hear anything about, the first stores picking up PlayStation 4. Because that would be the tour de force. That would be the coup de grace that would actually draw the line in the sand when it came to this market. Because Microsoft has everything to gain and nothing to lose at this point, because everyone expects it to be crap. But if it's easily available, highly purchasable crap,
True.
The market's going to go gaga for it.
Which
parents are going to say, "Hey, I got my bonuses right now. I could pay for this for my children. I wouldn't have to worry about Christmas." And yeah, that's right. I'm saying that the only people who really buy game consoles nowadays are children.
And me.
Yeah. Well, no, the vast majority are the people that are actually having it bought by someone else.
True.
The parents, the
Which
grandparents.
is why Xbox Live goes down on Christmas Day.
Yeah, how's that for?
Hey,
how is that for hilarious?
I remember that. That was the year I bought the Wii, the original Wii, and then kids can't go on Xbox Live.
But the thing is that if Microsoft can do a full-fledged presentation, I mean, here's what you can do. Here are limitations. These are our 15 opening things. This is our first act. This is our denouement. These are our new IPs. This is what you can do. And as a kicker, it's available tomorrow. Boom.
I mean, I don't see why not, because Apple does that. Apple, when they announce a brand new iPhone, they say it ships next week. Or like an iPad, they'll say, it ships this Friday. Or
look what
the new
happened
iPods,
with the Google Chromecast.
You can buy it tomorrow.
Anyone was following the I/O? I/O 13?
Google I/O. I love Google I/O.
Gotta love them. Anyway, when they talked about Chromecast, it went on sale the very second that they announced it. Sold out in a matter of 30 seconds. In fact, on that same day, it took another 3 hours for it to be available anywhere else. 6 hours until anyone else got their hands on it. It took 2 full weeks before it arrived on anyone's doorstep. I was talking with a bunch of friends while we were working as the information was coming out of Google I/O, because I was able to convince my coworker to buy a new Nexus 7. Not the old Nexus 7, a new Nexus 7.
I love the new Nexus 7.
And I got Jack to get the new Nexus 7. I didn't get him to do it, but I did get him to start loving Android, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. I love my Nexus 7.
And while all this was happening, 3 of us did everything we could to get our hands on a Chromecast. It arrived the following week. Best fucking thing ever. In fact, another thing, if I get the 100 subscribers, which we are getting a few more every few episodes, I will do a review of the Chromecast as the first episode. In fact, I have it halfway done.
And he'll do it naked.
That you're retarded. You are so very, very retarded. But anyway, I will do a review, and we will start work and get a first episode of the Tech Podcast.
Okay, and as a kicker, the first tech podcast, we will be giving away a Chromecast.
If you can find one, yeah, sure, I will.
I will give away a Chromecast.
Best damn investment ever. $35 can transform any screen into a web-enabled
Basically,
HD.
it's killing the Apple TV, the Roku.
It is raping it in the ass, and we are all loving it.
You seem to be loving it a little bit too much.
No, I fucking love it because every single device in my house has Chrome in some way. My cell phone, my tablet, both of my
With
work
Cyanogen
laptop
mod.
and my home laptop.
Cyanogen mod made it where you can Chromecast every application on your phone.
Yep. Anything live, anything that's on the device, Cyanogen can throw it into Chromecast. And we have, what is it, Hulu, HBO Go. Netflix was already on board with that. We have Amazon Prime is already working on it.
Yep.
Every single video service is now scrambling to get an update, to get their stuff on the Chromecast. Where was this enthusiasm when the Apple TV came out?
And hey, Plex is adding support for Chromecast. I love Plex. I have my own Plex server here, so
Nice.
you can Plex it.
I mean, have you tried Chromecast?
No, I've watched
I
videos
gotta-
on it, but I have not watched it.
I gotta take mine here, and I gotta go to your house, and I gotta show you. And that's the thing. Even me, who loves to do everything slow when it comes to setting up, because I adore setting up tech, done in 5 seconds.
Of course.
5 fucking seconds.
You're like, ooh, that's it.
I was angry. It
like,
denied me satisfaction.
that was the cheapest thrill you have ever gotten. $35 for 5 seconds.
I actually yelled out, cheap whore, when I finished installing it. Oh, I had a neighbor knock on my door to ask me if everything was all right.
Well, then you find out Sony announces, we are supporting Chromecast with their PS4.
Boosh! It'd be kind of stupid if they did, because then you'd just be streaming from one screen to another. But if they did it just for shits and giggles, I love it.
Yeah. Well, you
Sony
heard,
would get my seared seal of approval.
Well, actually, let's get back to Sony. On the PS Vita front, yes, that thing still exists. I have it. I just don't use it.
Oh, yes, the vibrator with no vibrate function.
True. They were discussing more on remote play support, and they basically said that they're using Gaikai, their technology, to stream the games to the Vita. So, you know, this will finally be the first fucking time remote play actually works on a handheld
Womp
from
womp.
Sony. Because the PSP, they kept advertising remote play. Hey, look, you can play PS3 games on it. Never worked.
Never worked.
They said the same thing with the Vita. Still doesn't fucking
Never
work.
worked.
Someone did modify it. They used they jailbroke the PS3. They got it so it will run any PS3 game, but it's laggy as shit.
Yeah, no.
So
I want to
hey,
play games. I don't want to watch someone else play
Yeah,
games.
if this fucking works, it's basically going to be the Wii U gamepad. That costs $250 for itself.
Oh my god, I cannot roll my eyes hard enough.
Hey, I do use the thing. Actually, I was sick last week I was sick. And the Pikmin 3, I was actually playing Pikmin 3 with the Wiimote using the Wii U controller in bed. It's weird. They actually have a fucking sensor bar in the Wii U controller. I remember them saying that they were putting one in there. I don't remember, the details on it because they never say that there's a sensor bar in there. But literally, I had the screen propped up on a pillow, and I was using the Wiimote and nunchuck, pointing it at the Wii U controller as the TV, and it worked. It did. Now, imagine the glorious setup of trying to do this in the bathroom. It's hard. But it can be done. It can be done.
Now, should it be done? That's the next question we'll look into.
If Gaikai is so big as they say, what if you could play your PS4 anywhere in the world? I mean, if Gaikai streaming is supposed to be so good where you could stream PS3 games, PS2 games, PS1 games to your PS4.
That's all based on the backbone. If you don't have the infrastructure, fuck you.
I know, but think about it this way: I have FiOS. I have very good latency, and I have extremely high upload speeds. In theory, if I was, a town over on another FiOS connection, could I stream my PS4 games through the internet, and to play it using my PS Vita? If Gaikai technology is that good, I don't see why not.
I always assume the worst, and just the fact that they're trying to push it as much as they are. Especially when Gaikai was on its own and it failed as a service. I don't know.
No, their technologies worked. They just couldn't.
No, it worked in theory, but it didn't work on large scale, especially like something like Play Live or
OnLive. OnLive used Gaikai technology? I thought OnLive was its own thing.
No, it was based on Gaikai architecture.
Okay.
That was the first American firm that tried to use it to their own benefit. The problem wasn't the technology. I'm not saying the architecture doesn't work. The problem is the infrastructure.
They couldn't market it either.
This is going to be fucking awesome in Japan, where everyone has fiber optic directly up their ass.
I have fiber optic straight up my ass too. Okay? I'm the 1%.
It's like he doesn't hear the words coming out of his mouth.
No, I don't. But no, I mean, I'm one of the rare people that actually have FiOS. So, it's a luxury, but it's something
and also, I might be one soon, too. I've talked my landlord into it.
We will have a party on day of installation for you, because you will finally be... I just find it funny. I remember back in high school, when FiOS first came to this area, we had a friend named Mike. And he was one of the first people we knew that had FiOS. And I remember he had the 20 down, 20 up service. And this is back when Cablevision's 10.2 was the standard. And I remember us saying to him, we're like, why do you need all that upload? I mean, 20 megabits up is overkill and everything. Never knowing that I would be that guy with 65 up.
When you absolutely positively need your porn, now.
That's right. Your service is going to be shut off real quick, Andy. They're going to be like, it's kind of weird. He's got a little unusual activity on this guy's line. I don't know if it's legal.
If there's grass on the field, play ball. Moving on.
Okay. But with Sony, they really need to show off things like that. Now, there have been rumors that... I've been so fucking tired lately. There have been rumors that a $500 bundle with a PS4 and Vita would be announced at some point. I don't foresee that happening. I think it would be extremely foolish for Sony to announce this right before launch.
No, it wouldn't be foolish. It would be brilliant, and it would take the market by storm.
It would be fucked up because everyone already invested their money. They already said, hey, look, I already put down my pre-order. I already said, hey, look, I'm dedicating this $400 plus fucking tax because Amazon can kiss my fucking ass,
for
Amazon.
Its loyalty? I ask you.
No,
exactly. So if it happens, fucking deal with it, bitch.
Well, I already have a Vita, so I'm good.
There you go.
Honestly, that's the first thing I said when they were talking about all the connectivity that the Vita would do. I'm like, finally, I can use my Vita.
No, it's a peripheral that needs a more important...
It's basically the first generation NVIDIA Shield, where it can run its own shit library of games, but if you hook it up with an ultra-powerful device...
of course, I know we're going to get hate about talking about the Shield again. I don't know why. The bastards of the internet choose very strange things to get angry about. But anyway, the Shield is an incredible piece of technology. And yes, the Vita, as Jack said, may very well have been the first generation, or the first unlikely iteration of this type of method.
Well, it would, because the NVIDIA Shield, if you think about it, right, it has its own slew of,
Android games, yeah.
Android games, which look, gaming on the mobile space is shit. I'm not gonna,
It's not
sugarcoat it.
gaming, it's time wasting.
Yeah,
But
it's really what it is. I mean, it has an opportunity because of the Shield to become a more...
there are gems in that
There are
turd.
gems, yes.
Okay, there are gems. I'm just saying.
Yes. So the Vita is the same way. There are some gems on that turd. But
At the end of the day, you can only polish a turd so much before your hands are covered in crap.
True. So that's gonna be interesting. I definitely look when the PS4 comes out. I've already gotten the agreement to take off a day of work to do an unboxing, all that shit, talk about everything. I will put the fucking Vita to the test. I will say, hey, look, it works or it doesn't. They said that functionality should be there right out of the box. So we'll find out more tomorrow.
Yep.
So, any other rumors? Any other ideas as to what they'll announce? So you think Microsoft is going to pull a Saturn and announce that?
No, Microsoft needs to do something completely unexpected. They need to do something crazy, stupid, and something where they're willing to put everything on the line, because there is no redeeming quality right now that draws the public besides the obnoxious, stupid 12-year-old market. But you can only survive on the obnoxious, stupid 12-year-old market so long being a system.
Uh-huh.
You can't just live a system with one game. They have to do something out of the ordinary. They have to do something that no one was expecting. They have to announce a feature, a game, an IP, a service, something wholly unbelievable. Because if they don't, they're just going to fade into the background. And we won't be talking about, what Microsoft was talking about by next week. By next week, we'll be talking about Sony's imminent domination of the market.
Well,
Sony has nothing to do.
I know.
Sony
said holiday 2013. Microsoft has already stated it was going to be November 2013. Now, there's more of a chance that Microsoft's going to announce a November date than they are to change it. Now, if they change it, yes.
Because they always usually launch in November. It's a Microsoft thing.
Yes. Well, no, Sony did as well as Nintendo.
No, that was just correlating to try to... Every single huge release from Microsoft has always been November.
I know, but
whether
I'm saying...
whether it was software, whether it was hardware.
Well, look, Sega released the Dreamcast in September.
Is dead. Sega is...
I know, but remember the 9/9/99 release date? So I'm saying it's been done in the past.
Yes, it's been done in the past, but it was done in the past when there wasn't as much of an accepted, let's say, marketplace for it.
So you're saying it's better now than it was then?
I'm saying it's much easier
if
to
Microsoft
pull off
released
a Sega Saturn.
So if
now.
Microsoft released, well, I'm not talking about Saturn. Saturn, they pulled.
I'm talking about Dreamcast. Sorry.
Yes.
If it's much more plausible and much more beneficial to pull off a Dreamcast in this day, especially in this generation, which I think we can all agree is the last generation.
I agree somewhat.
I thought last
gen was going to be the last
gen. No, I saw improvement in last gen. And I saw that these systems were meant to be only within a decade.
I saw improvement as well, but I didn't think you would have another generation of consoles. I think everyone would have smartened up and went on PCs by now.
No. Last generation, no, because the level of PC games that we were looking for to draw people to that platform were still not there. I mean, there weren't the indie game movement. There weren't the Minecrafts. There weren't the Kerbal Space programs. There weren't the things that draw people to PC, along with, let's say, I don't know, Star Citizen or Rubik's 2 or whichever, the high-end, ridiculously detailed, only for PC games that we're starting to see come out of the woodwork now that are reaping the benefits of the crowd that is drawn into PC from console, thanks to the indie population.
Uh-huh.
It works now to the benefits of PC gamers to say, hey, we got an indie population and we got a hardcore population. We can provide entertainment for every single person on the planet with a PC or with a willingness to buy media. With consoles, you're limiting yourself. You're going only for the lowest denominator. You're going for the 12-year-old. You're going for the douchebag. So what happens? You're going to get a smaller basis. And we're going to see it now. They are going to be quote, incredible systems. They're going to do a plethora of things, but at the end of the day, they are glorified welfare PCs, and they will do only what is absolutely, positively, and minimally necessary with the hardware involved.
Exactly. But I don't know. I mean, we'll have to definitely see tomorrow what Microsoft announces, but it's very interesting that you're mentioning this because I thought the same thing when the rumors were coming out that that Sony would be releasing their console on October 21st. I kept thinking to myself,
we're watching something very, very important is going to happen tomorrow, whether we like it or not. It's going to be either the beginning of the end or a new beginning for Microsoft. Because either Microsoft jumps out and surprises us with something, or they jump out onto their sword.
I think this is
going to be a disgruntled seppuku.
I think this is what they're going to do. They're going to announce that everyone that pre-ordered the Xbox One will be paying $100 less for it, and that Kinect will not be bundled anymore. In fact, they're going to kill the Kinect project altogether. No, I'm kidding. They will sell it separately. No, I think I'm not saying it's not plausible, but at this point in time, if the console is no longer required,
put way too much money to try to throw the Kinect away. No, they're going to force it on everyone. It's going to be part of the system, whether we like it or not. There's been too many millions of dollars invested on just getting that stupid fucking Kinect working. And not even working, just half-assed working, because nobody fucking likes it. Yeah, Would you like the idea of playing a game where you have a camera consistently watching you at all times?
No.
Nobody likes that. I mean, whoever thought that concept was great, lost it, because we would have gone for a sensor, sure, but a full-fledged camera that's connected to Skype and the internet 24/7?
Well, essentially, with the Wiimotes are the camera.
Yeah.
It's a backward system that Nintendo had where all the sensor bar is just a bunch of LEDs, infrared LEDs. Yep. So the camera is actually on the Wii remote controller, and that's how.
But it's an IR-only camera. We're not talking about, high-fidelity video camera.
Yeah. Well.
And also, I'm not saying that anything with a camera is in danger. No. I'm a realist, but I'm also a network security analyst. I'm just saying it just seems stupid to me for a company to put so much value in the idea of putting a networked camera in every home. I don't know.
And charge for Skype, those bastards.
And charge for Skype, which, what the fuck? I mean, it was bad enough when Hulu charged on mobile. That's why I've never watched Hulu.
Hulu, what they fucked up big time. You pay a subscription to watch ads. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. I would have paid for the subscription if there were no ads. But you're telling me I have to pay you and watch ads. Fuck you.
That's why no one should ever watch Hulu or use Hulu ever. Use something else. Pirate.
Well, that's what I do. Well, I had to start doing that a lot lately because fucking Netflix. Like, I lost Angel Beats on the watch instantly. That's not there anymore. So what did I do? I resorted to piracy.
And you don't like Jack when he doesn't get his anime fits.
Hey, no, but it's actually that is a big problem. It's a big problem with streaming services. As much as everyone's like, oh, streaming's better, streaming's better. But once they can't renew those damn licenses, you're fucked. You lose. Like, you could be in the middle.
That's why I get a plethora of streaming services. For example, I've tried Arrow. I don't know if you tried it.
Yes.
It's a streaming service that allows you to see
live TV.
Live TV. I've been using it for a couple of weeks now. I really like it. I mean, I don't use it all the time, too. But it's perfect for watching the news because I don't watch TV anymore. I might as well stay connected with that.
I can't remember
here's
the
the
last
kicker.
time I watched TV.
I play it on my computer and I stream it to my television with Chromecast, motherfucker.
Why don't you just buy a fucking antenna for your television?
Fuck you. That's why.
That's all I have to ask. It's cheaper
How about
for you
them
to buy
apples?
a little fucking cord that connects to your television to get it over the air for free.
Because this already has a built-in DVR, dude. And I don't have to watch anything live. I can leave the DVR recording and just watch shit later. But anyway, that's not the point. Okay. That, Amazon Prime Video, Netflix, I even got HBO Go.
I gotta start doing that. I never dived into the Amazon Prime catalog. I've been paying for Prime for 3 years. I've never dived into it. So I might as well. I mean, how is it?
Unfortunately, it is not the best video service out there.
Do you think Netflix is better than Prime?
Netflix kicks its ass, but the selection is there are a few rarities that are only available on Amazon Prime. So it makes it worth, the price.
Huh.
But it's not Netflix. It's not a substitute. It's not even Arrow. It's kind of like a 50-50 chance to play a movie, and that's if you don't have to buy the movie. That's the thing.
Oh, I don't buy.
Exactly.
The only time I buy a movie is if it's something that I genuinely love, like Back to the Future. Of course, I bought it on Blu-ray.
Yep.
And whatever the next
Trilogy.
whatever the next fucking format is, that gives us 4K, you bet your ass I will buy it on 4K.
By the way, on Indiegogo, if anyone wants to check it out, there's an actual program to raise $1 million for the research, implementation, building, and selling of actual hoverboards by the summer of 2015. Not hoverboards by levitation. They're looking at a way of coming up with tiny platforms that are slightly helicopterish, quadcopterish, that are controlled by your smartphone that you can actually, ride on. That's pretty fucking impressive.
I don't see it working though.
Working or not, it's impressive that they're going for it. I'd like to see if it works.
I mean, I'm glad they are because look, when you watch Back to the Future Part 2 and you see the future scenes, you look around, you're like, got it.
Need
nope.
it. Got it.
Yeah, need it. The part where she puts a fucking cookie in a hydrator and then out pops a pizza.
Yep.
I want that. Where the fuck is that?
The multi-screen system that is voice act. Oh wait, I got that. No.
Yeah, we have that. Yeah.
I got that.
I love that it's like video calling. Yeah, we got that on the go.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
That levitation belt that puts you upside down. I want that.
Okay.
Dude, that'd be freaking awesome.
I do wish we had a fully automated restaurant where you don't have to talk to any real people. You just talk to television or something.
Autism intensifies.
What? Autism intensifies? What the fuck? Well, look, I don't really see the point. It's like if you look at Smashburger, right? You go to the front register, you tell them what you want. You have to wait in line to do that, and then they give you this card.
A coworker took me to Smashburger last week on Wednesday. I loved it.
I love it. I'm not saying the food's bad. I'm saying it's excellent. What I'm saying is, think about how much better the restaurant would have been if every fucking table had a TV screen or a tablet of some sort with a credit card reader. And you just sit down, punch in what you want, and then swipe your credit card.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but when I have creepy Michael Jackson asking me for my order, I leave the room.
Okay, we're not saying we're going to have that, though, but...
Maybe Reagan. Angry Reagan. I like that.
Welcome to the Cafe 80s, where tomorrow is today.
And then what was it? The Shah of Iran is like,
yes. You must have the lunch special. You must have
lunch special.
He's like, wait, all I want is a Pepsi.
Pepsi free, yeah.
Hey, I love that the bottle that they had in the future.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Fuck, that would have been awesome.
Okay, we've tangented. I don't know what the correct
one. All right, well, at least the next two topics are short and sweet. First one, Xbox One controller will be supported on Windows. Microsoft announced this, but unfortunately we'll have to wait until spring of 2014 for
Who freaking who? Either way, we already saw this coming. It's kind of like a...
It's just confirming what we already knew.
Yeah, we already knew that was going to happen. Next,
Microsoft is killing games for Windows Live. About fucking time.
Next.
Yep. We should dive a little bit deeper into this one, but...
No, we shouldn't, because it's the end of yet another failed project. See,
they had a very good idea. Games for Windows Live. Didn't. Look, the original concept was a very good idea. They just never implemented it the way they promised.
This is another product of when Microsoft stopped being a software company and wanted to become a service company. If everyone read the news leak that occurred, 3 years ago? When they said that they no longer wanted to make software, that they were going for services. So they were going for all their software being available in the cloud. Everything from Microsoft Word to their operating system no longer being something that you so much access, but as being a cloud that you access. Stuff like that. And
which Google beat them all to the punch, if you think about it.
Google beats everyone. Google has the most giant e-penis. All it has to do is just look in the general direction of something, and it wipes entire civilizations out.
Okay.
It's a mammoth. It's Gigantor. You know, it's the little kid with the robot thing and the giant robot.
Yes.
You never saw that?
Yes, I
God,
have. No, I've seen it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Seen
But I mean the original one.
The one that was in black and white. Yes.
Yes.
I've seen it.
Gigantor. But anyway,
Okay.
that's...
let's just keep on topic here.
Hey, I'm nerding out. Come on, you can't.
I can't.
Don't quit me. Don't quit me now. But anyway, it's a failed project. It met its end finally, and not a single shit was given, and nothing of value was lost.
Well, the only question I have is activation. Well, actually, no, because we could just crack it. Never mind.
There we go.
Never mind. Well, the only problem is updates. Oh wait, no, we solved that too. Never mind. The original concept for Windows games for Windows Live was supposed to bring an Xbox-like experience to PC gaming, where everything from update management to graphics settings to controllability, everything would
Friends list, all that.
Friends list, everything would be automated and would be as easy as an Xbox 360. But unfortunately, or actually fortunately, it was just such a failed experiment. Nothing worked right. You had better sales on Steam, so there was no point of buying games from Games for Windows Live. The same thing. It's like Origin. Origin is also a failure.
Don't even get me started on Origin.
They had a fucking Humble Bundle recently, but they gave all shit games.
For like $2 or something, yeah.
Yeah, and if you spend more than the average of $4.37, you would get these additional
And it's not
games.
that they knew it was going to be $4. It's what people were willing to pay on average. So the message was more like, if you're willing to spend more than $2 per game.
No, it was literally if you paid $4.40, you were getting I think it was 8 games.
Yeah.
And one of the games I paid $60 for.
Womp
Bastards. Dead Space 3. But I still could sell the collector's edition I have. I have the dev team bundle.
You go right ahead. Good luck finding someone who'd buy it.
Yeah, there was only 5,000 of them made.
Now you just have to compete against 4,999 others. Oh, I do have some sad news.
What?
Minecraft Creator has shelved the space game. What is it? I think it was Tennessee. Right after Marcus Persson, also known as Notch, he was the creator of Minecraft. Anyway, after Minecraft, went to start on a game where he simulated in-game a 16-bit computer, and it was also like a near-apocalypse space shooter kind of thing where you were in a galaxy that was near the end of existence.
Far away.
No, it was our own galaxy. The thing is that we overslept because of a computer error. And so what happens is that people woke up a few years before the end of the universe. I mean, the heat death of the universe. Where stars have burnt out, there's mostly black holes throughout the galaxy. There's very few, if any, animate objects or matter available, stuff like that.
Sounds very depressing.
And so what happens is that in the game, you would have a full 16-bit computer that you can work with and program as you work the controls of the ship. And it was going to be blocky, and you were going to have, space battles and, trading and building and engineering and stuff like that. I found it freaking interesting, and I was actually kind of excited for this project. But unfortunately, it's official that earlier this week there was a live stream, and person himself said he's put it on ice. He's no longer going to work on the project. Project is pretty much dead. Immediately after, there was a Reddit group called Project Trillic, which is kind of the phoneticization of it's 0 by 10C, which is 10 to the C. But it's a math joke. Anyway, previous version of it was going to be used by the community in order to work from it, but now they're saying that they're going to come up with their own code and not use the name of it, et cetera, because there's, I don't know, some trademark right or something like that. But the community is trying to pick up the project where it's been left off. So, hey, at least we have that to look forward to, which, if we've learned anything, Reddit can do very, very little. So that may very well be the end of this almost was awesome game.
Huh.
That's sad news to me, because I was kind of like looking forward to this game.
True.
And once again, if you find any information about it, it's 0x10C. Find out information about it, see if you can get involved in the group, and push it to be made. If you know Notch himself, fucking send your angry rants to him, If not, find a way to send angry rants to him. There's probably a Twitter or a blog or something. We cannot let this great concept die.
I have a funny. There's a funny picture. I'll have to send it to you. What it is, it's the HTC One versus the Galaxy S4 with a blown up screen capture, right? And it shows a comparison between the pixels on an HTC One versus the pixels on a Galaxy S4, and you just see how it's all washed out and faded on the Galaxy S4, and it's all like blocky as hell, versus a crisp and clear image on the HTC One.
Womp womp.
And the funny thing about it is the HTC One's image is blown up even larger. So it's like, yeah, we're even closer than your pixels, and it doesn't look anywhere near as shitty.
Anyway.
I know it's a
just so you
rant,
guys know. No, just so you guys know, HTC One is a hell of a phone.
Oh, it is.
But if it was up to me, get the Nexus 4. Brilliant phone.
I know it's a brilliant phone, but it doesn't have LTE.
I don't care. It's a brilliant
I need
LTE.
LTE.
Speed whore. Also, did you hear that some 60 million American adults don't use the internet?
I'm not one of them.
The New York Times report that 20% of the country does not have nor use internet. And this is in a country where 98% of the country itself has accessible internet. How about them apples? I don't know. I found that kind of strange and kind of humbling at the same time. Because if you think about it, when it comes to living in this country, you're probably part of the 98% if you're listening to this. But when it comes to everyone else outside the United States, when we're talking about the entire world population, we're part of the 1%. We have a place to sleep. We drink clean water. We eat meals that we can order on our phones from anywhere at any time. We have internet access. We don't have to worry about war, famine, poverty. I don't know. It's just something to think about. And we still choose not to take advantage of these things. Fucking hell. Just a little humbling tidbit to make you think about your day. So, anything else, Jacko, my friend?
No, that's it. I have to say, definitely look out for the Gamescom, and we'll definitely make a follow-up podcast as soon as we can.
Oh, and check out Saints Row 4. They have a dubstep gun, which is awesome.
A dubstep gun.
Yes, it is a gun that, when fired, activates the what's it called? A dubstep track, and every character starts dancing until their heart explodes.
That's interesting.
It is so fucking awesome.
If only, you know, that reminds me of Ratchet and Clank.
Yep.
They definitely need something like that. They had the disco ball. You just throw it up and everyone just...
This is like the disco ball, only better. Here, take a look. Take a gander at this.
I will take
I just want to get his reaction.
Alright, and we'll put it on so that way everyone can hear this.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Next, we're going to introduce one of the fan favorites from PAX. This one is called the Dubstep Gun. And those are just a couple of our more exotic weapons in Saints Row 4, and we'll be revealing more of those in the months to come. But next, we're going to go do a little bit of shopping.
Okay, stop it. Right
I love
there.
it. Well, no one died. They were all looking like they were dying, but...
They're not dying, but they really are. They're just dubstepping and dancing so hard. The most serious robot ever.
But wait, they actually have a Saints Row Collector's Edition that comes with the dubstep gun.
Yes, they do. Yes,
that's
they do.
funny. Someone says...
And when they don't not only have the dubstep gun, they also have a dubstep button, where it's a button encased in a glass thing, where you pull back the glass, you turn a key, and then you press the button, and thus begins the dubstepping. And the dubstep gun also comes with a safety, because you got to be careful where you dubstep.
Apparently, I just think that's funny. I've only played Saints Row the Third just a little bit on my PS3. I can see why people like it. I'm probably just gonna get the PC version of Saints Row 4.
Hooah!
Oh yeah, superior version unlocked.
Pretty much, yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty cool.
But yeah, go check it out just because of the dubstep gun.
That, and we're gonna start saying follow me on Twitter. Woo!
Oh, we got oh yeah, that's right. We do have a Twitter handle, and I found out about it, and I followed it. That's all I got to say on that, because I really don't use Twitter.
We have a Twitter handle?
You have a Twitter handle, yeah.
What is it?
Oh, fuck. Now I got to open up Twitter, man. Nobody uses Twitter.
I actually have a hashtag.
I don't think you have a hashtag. You're not that important.
No?
Unless people prove me wrong, but I don't think we're that important. But if you want to follow our Twitter, it's at Jack.
Yeah, I know I have that.
I know you do. And now we all know you do.
Yeah, so do it. So you guys can follow me. I have 74 followers.
That's right. And that beautiful mug is Jack himself.
Yeah, I did that. When did I take that photo? Oh, I took that in Vegas. Yeah, that was
yes,
last year.
Freshly baked, with the gleam of the horrors of Vegas, with most likely a couple of prostitutes beyond the frame.
Probably. I don't know if I was hammered when I took that or not.
He does not remember the night, good folks.
No, I don't.
He got roofied hard. Anyway.
Hey. That was probably the Revision 3 party I went to. No, serious. Like, I got to meet, was it Veronica Belmont, Callie Lewis, was that other guy? The one that I got the photo with and you were jealous?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I can't remember his name.
Fuck, he was on Screensavers.
Yes, he was.
We're having brain farts. Fuck. Patrick Norton. I got to meet everyone from Techzilla, everyone from various other shows, App Judgment and stuff. It was fun.
You hear that? You hear that, Jack? You hear that?
No one gives a fuck. Whoa!
No, that's the sound of 1,000 geeks fapping hard. So, follow Jack the Bomb on Twitter, and follow us, or do whatever you do on YouTube. And also, add a subscription to me, Andy G. That way, I'll think that you care about me, and I'll
literally. You know what I'm going to do to guarantee that you get some subs? I'm going to embed a sub button into our video, but it's going to pause the video for 20 seconds with a giant button that says "Subscribe to Andy." So everyone that watches this is going to subscribe to you.
Well, press on the button if you like, people. I have nothing to add. So. From your friends here at Ultimate Gamer Studios in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of New Jersey.
Nowhere, New Jersey, same difference.
From the slums of New York.
Hey now. Platypus, everybody.
Take care.